Today on Monster Men, it's a thriller, because we're talking about Welcome to Monster Men.
Arrgh. Good one.
That was good. Jack Campisi and Hunter Shea,
Hey,
author of Forest of Shadows.
available at ebook everywhere.
So, this is the big episode where we talk about our big trip to the Chiller Theater Convention.
Oh, in Parsippany, New Jersey, which is, nobody knows, is actually built on a gateway to hell.
Ah, right.
Hence, that's why they have it there.
Well, it was hell getting to and from this place because it was on the weekend of Halloween when the freak snowstorm hit.
Biggest snowstorm in
The
recorded
Northeast.
history on that date.
And that was the day we had to trudge down to New Jersey, where the weather obviously is worse than it is where we live. So,
Yeah, absolutely, it was terrible. But the conference itself, awesome. Loved it.
yeah, worth the trip.
I got there early, and I was calling Jack at one point, and I'm standing behind a pillar. And this only happens at conventions, and I tell you all, go to conventions because you're going to see people in a cool setting that you would never see normally. I turn around and I hit into this old dude, and I kind of grab him to keep him from falling. Martin Landau. I mean, how often are you going to run into Martin Landau?
Space 1999. Ed Wood.
Ed Wood.
He's in that poker movie too with Matt Damon.
Is he in that?
Yeah. He's
Nobody gets
he's
2
the-
L's for Bella.
Yeah, so I got a little merchandise while I was there.
A little bit, yeah. Now this says, hello, my name is Herman. Herman who? Herman Cain?
Oh, sorry.
Ah, this is
Munster.
the man we should elect for president right here. Herman Munster. Still the funniest damn show.
You bought too much stuff to show in one episode.
I always try to buy a little bit of something when I'm at these conventions. I will tell you, this is my prize thing. I bought this about, we were together maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
This is a shooting script for Dawn of the Dead that has an alternate ending. It was sold to me by the nurse and the escalators.
Escalator Zombie.
They were a husband and wife, actually, who were friends with George Romero.
We might have a picture of them in the
I hope we do.
archives, so I'll go look.
The escalator zombie, he recently passed away, but the nurse zombie is still alive. But I've been getting autographs from people from Dawn of the Dead and Night of the Living Dead, and I saved the headshot for George Romero, who was blown away by this. He goes, I haven't seen this in decades, so this is a cool thing that I got at Chiller.
That's awesome. So, what should we talk about first? Who we saw there?
Oh my God.
Well, the headliner was
My favorite, Elvira.
Papa Mau Mau.
This was her last East Coast appearance in costume. I think she's turning 60 any day now.
We'll put pictures up. Still looks good in the costume.
We will show you. She doesn't look 60. I saw her 2 years ago.
There's something about her and it still looks good.
It's something defies gravity. I saw her a couple of years ago without makeup. She looked great. Absolutely great. I mean, she was like 58.
Cassandra Peterson, is that her
Yes,
name?
that's her name. So, yeah, we waited on this long line, and then I realized it was $40 just to take a picture with her. So we kind of just went over and took pictures while she was with other people who were paying hundreds of dollars.
Sorry, Elvira.
She did look at me at one point. She goes, "You're paying for that, right?" I was like, "Nope," and I just walked away.
You've paid for it with all the love throughout the years.
I paid for this. I wanted to at least see her one more time.
Yeah, that was cool. The other sort of diva there was Tracy Lords, who we didn't recognize her with clothes on.
No, it was very bizarre. She's the worst actress ever. But she had a line of people waiting to go see her because they had this sunken lobby.
She
where
was
all
also on the
celebrities are.
Profiler TV show.
Was she on that?
Yeah.
I know we've seen her on some bad Sci-Fi Channel movies too, where she
Yeah.
was like the Queen of Mars at one of them. She was. I mean, she looked all right.
Then
when
the
we're-
other diva, who's a little past her prime, but was my buddy Morgan's
We had to see her.
favorite, Carmela
Carmela!
from Last American Virgin, who we'll put a picture of her up here.
In the 80s, and that movie came out, was she the hottest thing for our age at that time, and we got to see her
Isn't she
naked.
the one who gives them crabs and then they have to go into the pool?
Yes.
So The Last American Virgin, if you haven't seen that movie, go out and
Oh no,
see
she's
that.
not. The hooker gives him crabs. She's the one where the boyfriend comes back from sea or something and chases them out.
Come to Carmela.
She was so hot in the 80s, and now she looks like an 100-year-old Charo.
That's exactly 100-year-old Charo.
But she was very nice.
Yeah, so that was, we met the whole cast of The Last American Virgin. The What's Happening crowd was there. We didn't get any pictures with them.
No, but we did.
Dee actually looks pretty good.
Weren't you shocked?
Absolutely.
Dee looks much younger than she should
Rerun
be.
is in that. He's doing his dance up in the sky with,
Hey.
with the escalator zombie.
We did see Raj.
And Dwayne was there, but he wasn't at the table when we walked.
No.
Ace Frehley from Kiss was there, but I didn't get near him. But the guy who painted the Destroyer and Love Gun covers was there, so the picture of me on
And
the
Jack
Kiss
is
head.
very happy to stand next to them.
He also, we also saw the guy who painted the Jaws
Oh yeah.
painting,
And he had the shark. He
Yeah,
had
but-
the shark face there.
and also he painted the Empire Strikes Back montage and the Luke and the Tauntaun famous. We'll put those up.
Yeah, he's a real
so
nice
that's
guy.
pretty good guy to meet. You're like,
Yeah.
wow, these are like the best movie posters ever.
Yeah, and he was there with his wife. He was so nice. And then we met. I think in that same room was the guy who did the artwork for Vampirella. A lot of the Vampirella stuff. I ended up buying his calendar. I couldn't pass that up.
So you'd walk around in these different rooms, and they were like the cast of Willy Wonka, like there. Veruca Salt was sitting at a table.
Yeah.
The old one.
Being ignored.
Yeah,
A lot of people there for them.
Yeah, so you'd go from room to room, but years ago we were standing once and there was a guy in front of us who had a Hawaiian shirt and curly hair and his back to us, and we're like, that looks like Weird Al Yankovic, and I like poked my head around and I'm like, yeah, it is. So that at this thing, there's all these, B-level celebrities and things, but some of them are there to sign autographs and some of them are just there to hang out. This time we went in a room and all of a sudden I start yelling to him, the guy in front of me, "This is Tom Savini! Tom Savini!
Tom Savini, come
the
on.
king of horror special effects."
I mean, he's the guy who made people vomit from Dawn of the Dead with the special effects.
And he's Sex Machine.
I wish I had his little machine gun.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah.
Uh,
I told him, I said, hey, man, I said, told him I was a fan and how he made my father sick when we went to see Dawn of the Dead when I was a kid, and he just kind of like, yeah, that's good. But he was there to look around and stuff. He wasn't there for anything else, really.
then there was this other room that was really cool where they had artwork and figures from Planet of the Apes.
These
And
figures were awesome.
Wait till you see these pictures. I'll show these.
And Jack took some great pictures. He makes them really look alive, but some of them did look alive.
Yeah,
they were
like,
full
looks like Dr.
size.
Zaius is right there. Dr. Zaius.
Dr. Zaius. The Planet of the Apes musical.
Can I play the piano anymore? Of course you can. Well, I couldn't before.
You finally made a monkey out of me.
So that was pretty cool. Then we met some cool people, like on the merchandise floor.
Yeah. Just some of them are just so awesome. A lot of them are just starting out. This is like a new venture for them, and they're there to have a good time.
Let's talk about the T-shirt guys.
The I Hate You clothing guys. IH8U clothing.
We'll put the website up. Check out the way this guy is dressed. The two of them are dressed up, but the big guy was
Oh, he was funny, man.
going all. They were the nicest guys I think we met in the whole place.
They have these really cool design T-shirts and stuff. I bought a pinup thing that my wife said, "You're not wearing that T-shirt out."
I knew that was going to happen.
I wore it out. I wore it to ShopRite.
Ah.
I'm not afraid.
So we'll put some of their stuff in New York. Go check them out. They're officially friends of the show.
Yeah, there were dolls there. The human centipede doll.
Oh, that's probably the funniest thing.
I should have. You know what? And you'll see it on here. All the dolls. They all look like Pebbles Flintstone, which is super disturbing.
There was also zombie Star Wars and zombie World War II dolls. There's a bunch of crazy puppets. I gotta buy the Salem's Lot puppet.
Oh, that thing was
the
so
Barlow
awesome.
puppet. I'll show a couple of those.
Yeah, that was great.
Cool Wicked Witch. I'll tell you, the disposable income potential, like for geeks like you and me, you could go into this merchandise. You could not even go into the rest of the show, just the merch. DVDs,
Yeah.
old shows,
I got my
Planet of the
Frankenstein DVD. I was happy of that.
Unbelievable stuff you can get at this. And the people selling them, we'll show a couple examples. There was this one creepy guy. I mean, if I saw this guy was trick-or-treating, I would run away from him. Girl dressed like Black Swan, nicest person.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, can I take a picture of you? She's like, yep, and she like stands up on the table.
Yeah.
Pretty shy.
There's such a cool vibe at this thing. I've been going to Chiller Theater for like the last 8 years.
And my favorite vampire, Count Chocula.
I'm a Frankenberry guy myself. Who likes Booberry?
For me, it was always Count Chocula. I had Fruit Brute once. The werewolf.
Oh,
short-lived werewolf fruity one.
Mummios.
What about those music guys?
Of the Midnight Syndicate. They create like this real eerie kind of music. They don't sing or anything. It's musical, and they create these really Halloweeny kind of tracks. And a lot of them are based on a theme. Met up with them. They were like really cool, and I let them know that I actually wrote one of my books to that soundtrack because I play the same thing over and over
Which,
again.
if you read his books, would not surprise you.
I'm actually writing one to the soundtrack that I bought while I was there, which is based on this carnival. Evil
We'll put their website up. Go visit them. They're also friends of the show now.
Yeah, they're awesome. I'm trying to think. Oh, we mentioned Elvira before. You have to show the picture of fake Elvira.
Oh, fake Elvira.
There were a few fake Elviras
People walking around in costumes like those other two girls. There's Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger was awesome. The family, the husband, wife, and the little kid.
Yes, zombie family.
That was great.
There was can't even describe this. They had a dummy in a wheelchair and a husband and wife. Just bizarre.
I don't know. It was like they were carting around that puppet from Saw.
Yeah, it was something.
And they were like mad doctor
They were
nurse.
nice as anything though.
We did see.
Thanks to your brother-in-law too for taking all the pictures of us.
Yes, thank you.
Had to give him a shout.
Thank you, Tom. The Witch Dungeon, which is a museum up in Connecticut,
up near Bristol.
Yeah, we got
the Boris Karloff.
Yeah,
they have all these figures. Look up Witch Dungeon we'll put the website too. If you're in the New York, Connecticut area, you got to take a trip up and check this place out.
Because they do a lot of old movies and restoration of movies and try to keep people interested in that.
They're only open like around Halloween, so
yeah,
look at the website. Cool.
What else did we see there? It's so much. It's really overwhelming. You just have such a good time. You know what? You go there, you have a few drinks.
There was the Michael Myers guy.
Oh, the Mike Myers
Halloween Homecoming. I'll put that website up too, which he was nice enough to pose with us. That was an awesome picture.
I asked, was he the one I asked you to stab in the balls? I think he's the one.
Yeah, you did. He did. Luckily, he didn't.
I asked him to stab Jack in the balls, and I ended up feeling his nipple, I think.
Yeah, somebody said it looks like you're feeling of Michael Myers.
Well.
Which, of course, the Michael Myers mask was originally a William Shatner mask.
Yep.
So you felt of Shatner.
So I'm telling you, if you've never been to Chiller Theater, it happens. They do it in the spring, usually in April every year, and they do it in October, right around Halloween. It's the last few years it's been in Parsippany, New Jersey. If you go to chillertheater.com.
I met Greg Brady there once.
Greg Brady, Beetlejuice,
Eric Estrada, Willis from Different Strokes. I bumped into him.
We were in a room once, my wife and I, that had a room set aside for Ed Asner and Lita Ford. The most bizarre combination.
We met the Hulk, Lou Ferrigno.
Stood online with Charlene Tilton once.
Yeah, at Starbucks.
I'm telling you, it's the greatest time, and everybody there is cool.
Yeah.
I've yet to meet like a total jerk at one of these things. So you have to go. There's a lot of conventions out there, horror conventions. I'm telling you, if you're in the Northeast, Chiller Theater is one of the best that you can go to.
All right, that's it for the Chiller episode of Monster Men, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.